Hi folks, Rick here. Welcome to my channel. Alright, well today we're going to be installing a Monte Carlo bar on my 66 Mustang. So here's what this thing looks like. It's basically a brace that goes between your fenders right in front of your shock towers there just to help control the flex. So these old cars here don't have a frame, so they get a lot of flex in them. This will help. Should be pretty straightforward to install. This one here is actually just a CJ Pony brand. It comes with hardware. And yeah, it should be fairly easy there. But any of this old stuff here, some of the stuff may have flexed, so it may be difficult to wedge some of these things in here. But yeah, we'll get her installed, so let's get after it. All right, folks, install our export brace here. We need to take off these two bolts here, this one, and take out that one. So those are the three that make it. On this other side here, that one, and this one right here. So I'm going to go ahead and take those off, and we'll get ready to stick our Monte Carlo bar on. All right, folks, I got my bolts out. It took a while. Obviously, all rusted, undercoating on them. Now we want to stick this thing in here. And I got one side slightly down. This side's not, so we're going to have to sit there and kind of press this down. May have to just slightly bend this, and there have to be some tapping on this thing. And again, these things could have settled a little bit, one way or the other here. It might be a case here where we have to, if it's really bad, might even have to loosen up these on both sides just so we can hopefully get a little flex. But I'm not that far off. I think I'm pretty good. I'm not going to be able to film this and get that in there. It's just there's no gonna need both hands here. But all I'm gonna do is push that down in there, get those holes lined up, and then we'll get bolting it on. All right, folks, I got this in. See there, I grabbed my old hardware for some reason. Anyway, they're in. But we got this one extra bolt hole right here. This needs to be drilled out. It's going into this thin sheet metal. Not 100% positive if this is going to do anything, but I'm going to go ahead and drill this out and then get that way I'll have all four. But right now, this is all in. It's all tightened up. So let me get this hole drilled here on both sides. We'll stick in another bolt, and that thing will be in there for good. All right, folks. Got all the bolts in. So pretty easy. Didn't really have too many problems getting the old bolts out. Was a difficult one because they've just been in there for 50-something years, so it's always a pain. But I was able to get them out. But pretty nice. Nice CJ Classics Monte Carlo bar. There it's just complete in there. You just want a little bit more stability on the front there. So this should provide it. If you look here, if you look at the top here, there's plenty of room. I would say heck, at least 3 fingers between this bar and the side of the radiator, or the side of that distributor cap. So if that thing was taller, there's plenty of room. That thing could be, I'm not sure if like a HEI would fit in there. I don't think an HEI is 3 inches more in diameter. That'd be a huge one, but plenty of room. Plenty of room underneath as well. It's really not in the way of anything. So pretty happy with that. Pretty easy upgrade. This is something here, again, depending on if your car's been flexed a little bit, it may be a little bit difficult to put in. I had to kind of wedge mine in. I kind of just pushed it in there, kept pushing and pushing. And then, something you may need to do, and what I ended up doing is I stuck like a punch in, in one of these holes, and then, use that to center it as you would on stuff like this. You just do that. All the bolts line up. There's no need to drill, slot, or anything like that. Just get a punch or whatever. If it's not lining up, get it through there and move it till it does. It'll all line up perfectly. But yeah, not too bad. Pretty easy. Kind of like these upgrades where you can just knock it out here, in a little bit of time. And yeah, not too bad. Again, CJ Classics Monte Carlo bar on a 66 Mustang here. Pretty easy to do. Enjoy.